Hello, Patreon people, and welcome to an exclusive video for you. Woo, unless I've made this public in the future, in which case, hello, future stingy people. Today, instead of doing a podcast, I've got to save my voice a little bit. I'm currently midway through recording a road trip series. We've had this idea for a while, and we kind of acted out on it, and it became much bigger than we thought it was going to be. So, not saying any more about that, but that's probably going to be next Saturday's video, and then a lot others. But get hyped, because oh my god. So, I had, for just before we start this, for my week, I didn't do very much. I had Matt round, as you can probably tell if you watch live streams, because it was his birthday. We threw him a little Batman birthday party. No. But pretty much I've just sort of been just really hot and not doing very much apart from writing my book, which isn't that interesting. But what is interesting is what I'm about to show you, which is a PC gamer from the year 1999, August 1999. I've got a few of these. If there's any interest, I'll do other ones later. But I used to go down to Southend Market and buy these for like 50p, and they were like 6 months out of date. So I was buying this in the year 2000. But they were only like 50p and stuff. But it's the American one. So this is the American PC Gamer. And this is literally August 1999. And they're going to reveal to us the games that we have to play in the year 2000. So what, 19 years old? Yeah, that's good. Including, can you see that? Oh, this is probably a good time to be 4K. Freelancer, Throne of Darkness, Alone in the Dark 4, No One Lives Forever, Motocross Madness 2, and yes, Planet of the Apes. You've never seen these games before, and they will blow you away. Plus, Sheep. I love the game Sheep. What was on the disc? Sinstar Unleashed. That demo's fucking ace. I never actually played the full game. 16 new exclusive levels for Half-Life? What? The Gun Frontier from Star Wars Episode 1, which is terrible, I'm sure is at top. Star Wars Episode 1 games reviewed and rated. Oof. Hidden and Dangerous, which is a fucking excellent game. And whatever the hell Triple Play 2000 is, a game I probably didn't install. Right, so here's the first advert, which is a fold-out advert. Oh god, immediately it's wrong for this. Which has Dark Reign 2, warning your hard drive is officially obsolete. And how would I get these games? Dark Reign 2, Soldier of Fortune, Vampire the Masquerade, Redemption, and Battlezone 3. And here's an advert for Quake 3 Arena. This is a little battered because it's old, but whatever. Right, there's some contents. I don't really want to spoil what's coming up. Here's an advert with big titties. That'll be a recurring theme through these. Ah, the 90s. Back when sex sold instead of just really angry people. The Wheel of Time, a game I've not heard of, which apparently features a bit of a scary dog thing, and a tornado. Person in a tornado. And a church. Visit church. Here's another advert. Oh, fuck, it's Gabriel Knight 3. Wow. Jesus, that's a hell of an advert, that is. And that's actually just pointing out where things happen and stuff. That's pretty interesting. It's quite, although that's just clearly crap little thing. Oh, the setup's alright. I think this has gone quite well. I think. Run, coward, run. That's Sinstar, isn't it? What else was on here? Drakan Order of the Flame, a demo that I really remember because it has a really scary giant spider in it. But you get on a dragon, you can get on and off a dragon and fly around this dragon. It was actually really cool. Shadow Company Left for Dead is an interesting title. PC Gamer presents USS Darkstar. I'm guessing that's the thingy levels for thingy. Formula 1 Racing, blah, blah, blah. Space Bunnies Must Die. I actually still have this demo disc somewhere. But alright. And then, yeah, add-ons. And I love that Sinstar Unleashed thing. Here's an advert for Midtown Madness. So, again, we're going to go through the demos. Yeah, that's Sinstar Unleashed. It's a great game. You sort of, a gate gets built and a thing comes out. And I don't know if you're supposed to stop the thing. I can't remember how you're supposed to play that, but I never actually beat it. There's the Drakan Order of the Flame game. You have to do stuff. It's got big spiders in it. It was horrific. Oh, Giant Citizen Kabuto. Have I had a video on that yet? There may be a video on that at some point. That's a really fun, weird little game. Worms Armageddon. The advert for Worms Armageddon. Some of these I want to cut out and put on my wall, but maybe not. July 99. Aww. Shadow Company Left for Dead. Hidden and Dangerous, which is a really fucking excellent game. I think I've done a video on that. And yeah, Half-Life USS Darkstar. So someone's actually made a game, apparently. Cool. Here's Real.com, the best place to buy movies for Dumb and Dumber. Official Formula 1 Racing, Star Wars Episode 1, The Gun Frontier, which is like literally a game based around... It's a real-time strategy based around building up the guns. I used to like to kill them all off. That's the thing. And a baseball game I can't pretend to be excited about. Beatdown, which is just that. Virtual tennis. Wow. And Space Bunnies Must Die. Yeah, just a girl with pigtails killing these weird little bunny things. Was not very good. Was not very good at all. There's Odium. Literally no idea what that is. Disciple. I like how this... It's really get the adverts of these like, oh, but now it's the past. It's quite interesting. Disciple, Sacred Lands. Ooh, haven't even heard of you. There's apparently some online things. Mindspring and Earthlink. Oh, so you can get on the internet. Oh, look at that! Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. I actually redrew this for when I used to draw comic books when I was a wee child. I actually completely nicked that piece of artwork for a plot point they had. Unlike Disney! Well, when they redo their own stuff. Here's just a double-page advert for Intel Pentium 3s. The ticket to the show and your backstage pass. Whatever the fuck that means. Don't just get onto the internet. Get into it. I don't advise you to get into the internet. Alright, cool. Scoop. Vampire the Masquerade / Redemption, apparently. Here's some pictures. All the vampire things happening. I like how this dude is in the same position in this picture and this picture. Maybe this guy's actually taking that photo there and they put it there. That's nice. When's it coming out? Winter 1999. Oh. What's so special? It will contain revolutionary multiplayer support. Wow. And we'll let a single player be the storyteller. A single person be the storyteller. Really? That's pretty neat. I never played it. A lot of people really fucking like that. Here's an advert for Diablo 2. So, yeah, I mean, we're not dating this at all, but there's Diablo 2. It's a pretty cool little advert for it. Here's a preview of Sheep, which is a game that I don't know if I play it on the channel, but it is a just wonderful little Lemmings-like game. And sharks. Is there a picture of the sharks? Yeah, there's the little shark. You see him there? The little shark that jumps out of a pond and eats all the sheep. And it was really frustrating to play, and I got it for like £1 at some point. An advert for Age of Empires 2! Knights, Castles, Joan of Arc, oh my. That's a really fucking nice advert, though. That is beautiful. I really like that. That's lovely. This is quite a boring video for some people, but whoever's into this is super into this. Here's Outcast, which is From Alone in the Dark and Tomb Raider. Something. Oh, they have European roots, apparently. It's a tiny Stargate there. And here's that guy from that Mortal Kombat game that everyone's heard of. Star Trek Starfleet Command. Finally a Starship novel game worthy of the name Star Trek. There was a few before you. Shut the fuck up. Everyone's favourite races. The Federation, Klingon, Romulan, Lyran, Hydrian, and the Gorn. The Gorn. It's a cute little advert there. Here's a side-on advert, and I'm not built for that one. Ugh. For Race Trader, which is the pod racing, Star Wars F1 pod racing, which I played for the first time ever recently. It's a cool little way of doing an advert. Oni, which was Bungie's game before they made Halo. Check that fucking thing out. Did you play Oni? Anybody here play Oni? Man, that was fun, that was. It wasn't great, actually. It's probably my favourite Bungie game. Here's some people standing around talking about stuff. Oh, look! Metal Gear Solid may be coming to the PC. I think Metal Gear Solid 2 came to the PC, not Metal Gear Solid. Did Metal Gear Solid ever come to the PC? I don't know. Ubisoft with a space. That's an interesting spelling of that. An advert for whatever the fuck SR9 is. Let the games begin. After work. That is. Wow, cool. It's got... What the fuck is DFP? What the fuck is that port? Oh, well, that didn't go very well, did it? I've never heard of it. For fucking diplomacy and things that are happening. Better days ahead for Interplay. What's I talking about? SWAT 3? Oh, Jesus, this is old. Oh, shit, this here is one of my favourite things ever. Next Warhammer 40,000 to use Panzer General 2 technology. Oh, man. And Tribes 2 is coming spring next year. Now, this is a great advert. This is Ken Slater putting the finishing touches to 5 years of intense training. It's a Fallout advert for Prince of Persia 3D. Wow, it's everything you've ever hoped for and nothing like you'd expect. If you ever played Prince of Persia 3D, it's actually a horrific nightmare. Is it in you? 3DFX, you glorious bastards. Yeah, you can go to pcgamer.com/request. It probably won't work anymore. Your bow and enchanted arrows can silent distance opponents and solve environmental puzzles. Ooh. God bless Prince of Persia 3D. Because I won't. Here's some new briefs. Grace turns up at 3DO. Poor Grace, apparently. LucasArts are doing things. Acclaim doing stuff. Back in the day. Feel free to pause and read this shit. I don't think anyone's going to care if I put a 19-year-old magazine on the internet. There's apparently a PC gamer... Oh, extreme toenail clipping. Oh, I know what review's coming next. I'm going to read the whole thing out. Free Space 2! Here's an advert for Free Space 2. Wow, the sequel to the award-winning space combat simulation of 1998 is about to emerge. I think it's been remade by now, hasn't it? The AMA Superbikes. Wow, the Earth is moving at 66,705 miles per hour. For some, that's just not fast enough. Well, they'd go backwards at some point. They'd actually slow it down. Alright, are you ready for the top 10 games of 2000? I'm going to go along with this because, holy shit, one of these is going to blow your fucking mind. Here's Freelancer. It's just the original. I thought we were talking about the thing. Oh, Free Space. Oh, sorry. I got confused. I was like, what? Yeah, Freelancer, which I have never played, I don't think. But apparently that was one of the top games of 2000. Thrones of Darkness. My voice is already starting to go. This was a good idea. I like this. Yeah. Apparently... I like this. The isometric viewpoint will certainly cause deja vu for Diablo players. And then because I played it. Descent 3! Ooh, a $50,000 championship. Did you play Descent 3? Like, it was a shooter, but it was, everyone was flying around. It was a really fucking cool game. That's one I did have and played. And I've got it on Good Old Games recently. I haven't got it. Oh, here's the shit. Motocross Madness 2 is something I've definitely played. There's a terrain editor that I've never touched. That'd be interesting. I've crashed into that sign a lot. Yeah, Motocross Madness 2 is actually possibly one of my favourite games of that year. That's a really good game. I've definitely done a video on it. No One Lives Forever. I'll fucking move over Austin Powers. Ooh boy, okay. Now, this next one, after Braveheart the video game. This next one is, oh god, there's another advert as well. What's that advert for? Revenant. Jesus Rose. There, you can't get away with adverts like this anymore, could you? Jesus Rose from the grave. From the grave? Yes, Jesus rose. This is the big rainbow stone. Jesus rose from the grave to forgive sins. This guy rose to commit them. And introducing Locke, an ancient warrior whose moves are so lifelike it's hard to believe he's been dead for 10,000 years. Is it this next one? Yes, it is. Ladies and gentlemen, Team Fortress 2. Just gonna have a bit of the old zoom on Team Fortress 2. Interesting, isn't it, that this is Team Fortress 2? Because... Zoom back out. Channel, stop. I can see the mic a little bit well. Who cares? Yeah. An unprecedented level of detail will make Valve's first full-fledged Half-Life follow-up the multiplayer action game to beat next year. Look alive, soldier. Team Fortress 2 will ship with headsets that let you communicate in lip-sync glory with your teammates. Did that happen? So, Team Fortress 2, at some point, they scrapped and basically redid it into the version that we know and so many fucking people still play today. That literally... It's really hard to find out, like... You see this and you're like, wait, I know that game. Wait, what? I know that name, because you... But yeah, I love that the screenshots are so shit as well. But it was literally just a Half-Life reskin, pretty much, just as a multiplayer game. And then they changed that a lot, and it came out how many years later? It's a while later. It definitely didn't come out in the year 2000. Is my phone anywhere nearby? Let's have a look. When did Team Fortress 2 release? I would love to know when this actually ended up coming out. This is a good example of Valve time. Sorry, this is... It's a slower video. You can just admire it. Get your jaws off the floor, I think is the thing you're going to want to do. Initial release date, 10th of October 2007. Wow. So, 7 years late was Team Fortress 2. Yeah, so let's see if we can just say what it said about the development of it. It was originally a free mod and all that sort of thing. In contrast to the original Team Fortress, Valve originally planned Team Fortress 2 to have a modern war aesthetic. It would feature a command hierarchy, including a command class, parachute drops. I just realised that Wikipedia... Oh, shit, sorry about that. Wikipedia has the same picture as that one, which is quite sweet. Well, apparently Amazon's doing something. Prime Day starts to... Fuck off. Only I'm allowed to be here. What was the thing? Yeah, the Commander class played similarly to a real-time strategy game, with the player viewing the game from a bird's-eye perspective and issuing orders to players and AI-controlled soldiers. Yeah, good. This apparently didn't happen. In mid-2000, Valve announced that Team Fortress 2 had been delayed for a second time due to switching to an in-house engine that is today known as the Source engine. So they were moving it to Source, slowed it down. And here is the most Valve line of all time. Following the announcement, Valve stopped releasing information about Team Fortress 2, and the game entered 6 years of silent development. 6 years! So most people are like, oh, Half-Life 3. But Team Fortress 2 vanished for 6 years. About a year after this fucking magazine. This game was still 7 or 8 years away from release. Anyway, and it's nothing like this. None of this was even there. This game is just gone. I'd love to play it. The commander allows you to see everything in the position to give them orders that might turn the tide or get everyone killed, depending on what kind of job you do. Game Newell. But anyway, I thought it'd be fun. Here's Deus Ex, which did come out in the year 2000. Was it 2001? I can't remember. Yeah, everyone fucking knows Deus Ex. It's a classic. Oh, do you want to see Alone in the Dark 4? Or we have to go past... Let's fight for the future. Enlist. Starlancer. Wait, we've got Freelancer. Oh, fucking hell. Is that the one that was back there? I can't remember anymore. Here's Alone in the Dark 4. It's one of my favourite screenshots in any game ever, if you can see that fucking dark piece of shit. Because I always thought that monster wanted to hug the guy. Just that monster's going, please, hug me. And then, here's a man looking gloomy. Here's some gloomy things. That looked really realistic, but it was all, probably photo-rendered or whatever. Did this even come out? The fuck knows. Here's Heavy Metal FAC 2, which it's fucking beautiful, that is. But yeah, it's just basically they did that. And I'm like, do a mirror version, which I've never even heard of. Did it come out? Was it good? I'm guessing not, because I've never heard of the fucking thing. Advert for Unreal Tournament. Oh, I love this so much. Sovereign! The creators of EverQuest all set to break the mold again with the world's first ever massively multiplayer real-time strategy game. Never heard of it. Here's the Planet of the Apes game, which again, I'd never heard of. Here's an advert for the fucking Messiah, which was an excellent game. Yeah, you basically were just this big dude who just destroy shit. Adverts had so much fucking info. Look at that! Adverts aren't like that anymore. You don't get adverts that just here's just all the fucking detail. Oh, look, it's an actual game model. Why does he have a fucking head like a hammerhead shark? I don't know. The top 10 games of 1999. Where are they now? Oh my god, we're going to see what they thought the top 10 games of 1999 were. Anacorox? Never heard of you. Beneath? Black and White? Oh, we know what Black and White did. Apparently the white box will cost $5 more than the black one, with the extra cash going to charity. Is that a thing? Don't think they did that in the end. They might have done. I can't remember. Advert for Force 21. Oh, there's an advert there just for another graphics card. Didn't even see that there. Oh shit, look, Quake 2 frame rates. Look at that. Frame rate graphs. That's what I fucking miss. Boom. Alright. Giant Citizen Kabuto, which came out. Good and Evil, which was not Beyond Good and Evil. That was Ron Gilbert's thing, wasn't it? Max Payne, which apparently came out in 1998, but still wasn't fucking out. XCOM Alliance. Urban Chaos. I remember Urban Chaos. There's a game called Force 21. In 2015, war is declared. Ah, shit! This game's future time was fucking 3 years ago. Oh dear. Apparently America and China had a war in 2015. Red Star made it, so it's good. Here's Civilization 2 Test of Time, which I've never played. Didn't know was a thing. That's a lovely bit of art there. That's a nice advert. Here's some adverts. Use your smart bomb. Oh my god, it's an advert for Command & Conquer for the N64 in a PC gaming mag. Ooh, you cheeky fuck. But anyway. So what's in here? Oh, here we go. Here's the advert. Here's the review. So we've got Star Wars Episode 1 Pod Racer, 76%. Incredible speed. It was fucking quick. Great track design. Too easy. I'm struggling. Unrealized gameplay elements, weak multiplayer options, and a good racing game. A good fast racing game that fails to live up to its full potential. Wow, these got much better views. Actually, Phantom Menace was actually a pretty good game, if I'm rightly. Whether you love the movie or hated it, that's not going to age particularly well, you will be underwhelmed by the game. I much prefer the game. Also, I like that a game that's underwhelming is still 71%. Oh, things have never changed, have they? Here's the Operational Art of War Modern Battles 1956 to 2000, aka a game that John probably played a lot of. 93%, the screenshots bore me to fucking tears. An advert for Hidden and Dangerous. What an excellent fucking game Hidden and Dangerous is. MechWarrior 3 just getting an advert, getting a review thrown in here. 86%. I've never been a fan of MechWarrior. I used to play it. I used to play 3 quite... MechWarrior 2 was one I played a lot. I never really got into it. Midtown Madness, 90%. We had an advert for that earlier as well. Which is just a game about driving little cars around. It's quite sweet. Baseball Edition 2000, 34%. Oh, what did you fuck up? Good artificial intelligence. Fielding interface works pretty well. Poor graphics in nearly every area. Pitcher batter matchup sucks. Technical glitches. Easy, the worst of this year's crop of baseball games. Fuck you, you piece of crap. Here's an advert for Abomination the Nemesis Project. No cure, no hope, only death. Just some big spiders eating some people. Cool, good. Well, that's a game. Oh, the plague is once again stalking the earth. Okay, in 6 days, a superpower has vanished. Which one? Sports Car GT, which was an 83%. Ooh, look, meshes. That's pretty. It's very bland. Jesus, you had to really struggle to get screenshots back in these days. Although that would probably, back in the day, that would have blown my fucking mind. Birth of the Federation! From the company that bought you Civilization 2 and Masters of Orion 2. There you go. Federation, Klingon, Romulan, Ferengi, Cardassian. Bosh, better. Microsoft Baseball 2000, back when Microsoft used to make games. Very pretty. The guy's moustache, yeah, right. Fielding against something, yeah, it's cheap. Boring pitcher batter confrontation, lack of options, poorly balanced gameplay. It's only $20, but should have been a free patch to last year's game, but is still almost twice as good as the one we saw before. I'm going to read this review in its entirety because it gets 5%. Incidentally, here's an advert for Rainbow Six Rogue Spirit game I absolutely fucking love. I've even written about it in the book because, oh my god, it's one of the best games in the world. Alright, oh, that's an interesting design. Oh, what's that stain? Alright, cool. I enjoy up here. It says, we recommend aspirin for the required thing. Arg, make it the pain go away. At this point, Colin begins to whimper and sob. If I ever own a horse, I'm going to name it Pretty, because horses are pretty. They have a bit of a breakdown while reviewing this one. At this point in the game, Colin was so overcome by the on-screen action that he sorted himself and collapsed into a moaning fetal ball. Thank goodness for extreme water sports. There was always, like, in all the ones I have, there's always a review of an extreme game, and they always get shit canned to hell. Alright. Back in my friskier days, I would program text-based games for my trusty TI-85 calculator during long and arduous chunks of algebra class. My favourite creation was an adventure titled Beer Quest, in which your job was to make the long trek down to pick up... Anybody else I used to program calculators as well. You used to do the long trek down to pick up a six-pack while encountering the opposition from winos and muggers. Beer Quest was created with a budget of $0, took up 10k memory, and took a hardened gamer a good 15 minutes to beat. The worst part is that Beer Quest was much more playable and often much more fun than Extreme Water Sports, the latest piece of Head Games doggy do to arrive on the PC Gamer chopping block. I just love that introduction. It's just, yeah, just shit. Should I read the whole thing? I'm going to read the whole thing. Though its name implies a XXX rated game highlighting one of the nastier intimate practices out there. Extreme Water Sport... Oh, that's a joke I get now. Extreme Water Sport was actually the first PC game to simulate water skiing and wakeboarding. At the start of the game, you're dumped in the pro shop where you can check out all sorts of officially licensed water sports goodies and order them over the internet. When you're done checking out the sponsors crap, click on the boat... Oh god, look at that. It's delicious. Click on the boat to enter the game and get extreme. After you type in your name, not that it matters, what you type gets reset to gens after each round. You can pick up one of 3 events in which to compete. First off, we've got Slalom, in which you'll tug behind a boat travelling at high speed and have to navigate your way between gates. This is by far the most puzzling of all the events, since turning your skier the slightest bit results in a wipeout and earns you the mocking message, "Oops, you fell down." I spent a good half hour poring over the 2-page manual. I love this review. I think the book is entirely because I read this when I was a child. Was that child? It was. Fuck, I was young as fuck. A 2-page round trying to figure out the controls, but to no avail. And the 30-second wait between each attempt isn't very encouraging either. Next, we've got the ski jumping event, in which you hit a ramp, then use the... Sorry, it's hard to read from this far away. Then use the arrow keys to balance out for a perfect landing. This sequence requires an IQ of approximately 6 and is almost as challenging as brain-dead jumping portions of Evel Knievel 3D stunt game. Next, please. Finally, you've got wakeboarding event, in which you get 30 seconds to bust out crazy tricks by swerving your board left and right and then holding down 2 keys before mind-melting stunts. Despite the human value and stock names such as the Hoochie Guys, this event is fantastically unexciting and your skin will be crawling for some uninstalling. Now, the graphics during the Pro Shop sequence are nice enough, the in-game imagery is downright insulting, the game barely qualifies as 3D, all the characters and boats are represented by chunky sprites, and the animation modelled after real pros, sick. It's always fucking sick. It makes me feel sick. Real pros ain't nothing like ESPN2. Despite the primitive graphics, load times are inane and the frame rate chugs like a beast. I heard no in-game sound in either of my test machines, though my fellow editor, Stephen Paul, reported squalling and meowing noises coming from his speakers. So are there any redeeming aspects to Extreme Motorsports? No. Aside from ABBA's Greatest Hits Volume 3, this is probably the lamest thing ever to be burned to a fucking... How dare you? How dare you? Well, Volume 3 is probably not the best stuff, but yeah. Still, how dare you? Deserves to be immolated, preferably in a bonfire. If you consider yourself a gamer, stay far, far away from this abomination. If you're listening, Head Games, I'd like to interest you in a deal for Extreme Beer Quest. Colin Williamson, that is a fantastic review, and my fucking job is probably because of that. I read it when I was like 10 or something. Highs, the uninstaller is functional. Lows, when smashed, the CD broke into many sharp and potentially dangerous pieces. I love it so much. Bottom line, horrible beyond all imagination, rotten to its stinking core, like a nightmare from which one cannot wake. I actually memorised that for some reason. What a review. That's probably from when I sneezed on it, because I was laughing so hard. Anyway, we're probably about halfway through. Here's F-16 Aggressor. Enjoy it while I have a quick drink. I nearly bought this game, because I was quite into like Falcon 4.0s and shit. But I just like seeing a plane flying over a train. I was like, oh, plane from a train. That'll be cool in the future. And once upon a time, there's a little engine you could. And one day it met up with a little F-16 that could target it with laser-guided bombs and blow to hell. And there is not a happy ending. Oh. There's an advert for Grand Theft Auto! What? There you go. Also available for PSX. Look at that. Incorrectly using the PS1's name. Controversial, hip, and louder than a Spice Girl in a blender. Wow, there's a reference for you. It's magic and mayhem. We're going to ignore that for the brilliant GTA advert. Wow. Cool. An advert for the original GTA. Here's the age we're at. Extreme Winter Sports. Oh, fuck. Well, this one's actually playable. There's Extreme Rodeo, I think, is the other one that I have. But yeah, apparently this one's good. It's alright. I'm not going to read it. It's alright. Dramatically different, apparently, whatever this is. The Millennium G400. One video card, endless possibilities. Cool. Now for Cutthroats, Terror on the High Seas. A game I didn't particularly enjoy when I was a kid. From Commandos and Gangsters. Commandos are fucking excellent. Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Oh, I like that just random things crossed out. A Jedi Knight must remain focused. Mastery of the Force requires one purge all unnecessary activities from daily life. Like, if you were redoing this advert now, you'd have this bit here, tiny. That fucks off. Title big. Just that. Maybe 2 or 3 of the pictures. That's it. It's a weird fucking thing, that is. Here's F-22 Lightning. You may notice that most of the games in this are flying jets or sports. And that's true. Here's East Front 2. God, is that the best fucking screenshot you can get? Jagged Alliance 2. That was a game I played and don't particularly remember very much. Louder. That's a good advert. I like that one. Tick. It's like the old Hitman advert with the one that everyone complains about. It's of a model in some sort of lingerie and stuff, and you're like, ooh, sexy model time on like a red velvet and stuff. But after a little while, you know, she's got a fucking bullet hole in her head. And it's like perfectly executed. And some people are really angry at that. I'm like, no, it's violence against women. And I'm like, I think that's a great advert. I know, maybe I just think a shithead. Here's Elite Darts. Woo! Here's Corsairs. Here's IGN.com's advert. Holy shit, I didn't know this was in here. Where IGN's exclusive online retail games platter, Electronics Boutique. Today, I am getting game news, reading reviews and... Wait, what? Downloading demos, copying codes and Why are you using a joystick to access IGN? Why? PC games, video games, different things. Movies, TV, and sci-fi. Wow. An advert for IGN. Aliens vs. Predator, the original, was actually quite fun. There's, whatever that is, business reply mail. Oh, do you want to join the Navy in the year 1999? Oh shit, penalty for private use is $300. Don't do that thing. That's not going to work for me anyway. Here's Planescape. Is that Planetscape? Ah, next up, big RPG from Black Isle Studios, produces of Baldur's Gate and Fallout 2. I love that they just throw that on. They're like, no, add that thing. That's cool, I don't know. I like the big face and I like the big Tower of Skulls. I always thought it was Planetscape Tournament. It's Planescape... Wait, it's Planescape Torment. I thought it was Planetscape Tournament. Okay. Ah, here's adverts for monitors and things. Wow. Okie dokie. Good. Oh, shit. Should we see what $3,299 could get you? An Intel Pentium 3, 550 megahertz. Wow. 256 megabytes of RAM. Nice. Floppy disk, 1.44 megabytes. Yeah, nice. 22 gigabyte. Ooh, hard drive. That's fucking nice. NVIDIA Ultra 32 megabyte, whatever the fuck that is. Oh, a 3DFX Voodoo 3. 16 megabyte graphics card. 6 times DVD player. Wow, that... A lot. I don't know, I feel like I've bought Lego sets with more processing power than that. But anyway, look, here's some news about computers. Flight Unlimited 3! I love Flight Unlimited 2. I never got into 3. I didn't play it as much. Flight Unlimited 2, if you typed in Sulu, it would play a random bit of music from Star Trek. Which I thought was weird. And if you tap page up, you go up 100 meters, so I could actually fly. The Enthusiast 3D Daredevil. Oh, they don't give numbers to this. That's interesting. Processor, it's a 450 megahertz, 128 megabytes of RAM. 1.44 floppy drive. I love that it's 1.44. They have to specify that because there was what, 5-inch, 8-inch. So many fucking shitty floppy drives. 16.8 gigabytes of hard drive space. The DVD-ROM is just the 3rd generation Toshiba. Who knows what the fuck's in that? Voodoo 3 3000 and a 21-inch Hitachi monitor. How delicious is that? And the modem was just generic. What's this? The Viper V770. So I had a Voodoo Banshee. That was my graphics card to go to. 3DFX's Voodoo Banshee was my first proper graphics card. That's a shit card. Could hardly play anything. The amount of times I got games I just didn't fucking play. Here's the Stealth 3. It's alright. Can play Quake 2 at 16-bit color. Oh my god, it can't play. It can play Quake 2 at 7680p. 768p. I'm done, man. I'm just done. Here's some people kicking each other with D-Link. That's a thing. The hard stuff. I'm going to spin this around. I don't really want to fold it. I'll just have to lift it up because it's it's made of crisps. Is this the card that they've got? Oh, yeah. No, it's just cards and comparisons and stuff. Or is that just like what they've got in this episode? I don't know. It's got the Voodoo 3, 2000, 3000. And when it came out. Oh, when it came out. They don't recommend some of the things they've got on that page. I'm slightly confused by it. But, oh well. Tech Q&A. Do you want to have some stuff? Oh, don't mess with your registry. Don't mess with your registry. Here's a... That's a cracking advert, that. Oh, there we go. Just an advert for 3DFX. I thought, oh, it's a football. Football. Is that in the corner? Oh, it's got the little thing in the corner. Hey, there's Sinstar Unleashed. That's the ship you used to fly around. I'm back. Or I live, isn't it? Or is it I live? Yeah, I live. What the shit that was. Here's a man with a beard who looks like he's from the year 1970 playing Railroad Tycoon 2? I'm assuming that's Railroad Tycoon 2. Does it say anywhere? Railroad Tycoon 2. Yes. It's X-Wing Alliance. Yeah, it's X-Wing Alliance. That's somebody who's talking about multiplayer, where there's Nexus, whatever the fuck Nexus is. This is the bit you tend to skip through when you go to these magazines. I'm not even doing it now. It's a man. He's just talking about sports. There's Tiberian Sun. Oh, you can purchase these online in the future. Here's, oh god, how much for things? Look, a 17-inch monitor for only $200. It's just a man screaming on a thing. Oh, Encore 6. Diamond Vibe, any good anything? Maybe you don't. You're not selling anything I care about. Oh, 10.2 gigabyte hard drive for $159. Going with Linux. Oh, piss off. Or Linux. Baldur's Gate. Come on, Baldur's Gate. Let's get an RPG guy. Here's an advert for Pharaoh. Yeah, there's the top 10 games of 1999. Quake 3 and the Ultimate Strategy Guide. If you want to save 74% on magazines from 10 years ago. Oh, sorry, almost 20 years ago. Jesus. I'm telling you how this. I love his face. That is my favourite face in the whole thing. And he was their new Simaholic. He played the Sims games. Not Sims, but Sims wasn't out yet. There's... Oh, shit, what's that? I skipped past an advert. GameDealer.com. Most of these don't exist anymore. Septerra Core. The giant ninja attacks the lady from Oni. It's a great game. Oh, I've been demonetized. What's that advert for? Feel the raw, naked power of the road. Oh, dangerous curves ahead. Oh, it's an advert for speakers. Oh. We've got speaker as a steering wheel. Get at the arse. Okie dokie. Well, there you go. There's... Good thing I didn't do this properly. God, adverts. See, the problem is, now we have Piers Morgan. Was that really worse? No. There's Fleet Command. Tomb Raider 3. Figures, apparently. What? Playback. Oh, 500 Star Wars items. This, I hate that man's face. Yeah, just adverts and shit. This is the shit bit of the magazine. No one cares about this. 1602 AD. It sounds like the most boring game in the world. I think I actually played it. Oh, Panzer General 3D. Assault. There we go. It's just a flying tank. Good for you. Rollercoaster Tycoon. Actually, in one of the other magazines I've got, I have a review of the original Rollercoaster Tycoon. But this is the hints and tips page for Rollercoaster Tycoon. Wow. Build footpaths closer to the ride. And then some, yeah, head travel. See, I do all of this shit. Use journal rides like the monorail miniature area to let people see the best bits of the park. Does any of this actually work? It might do. Curves without banks will kill you. Go in differently. Oh, there's some more. Oh, beat down. Hustling, mugging, and kicking butt. Good to know. He's not even looking where he's shooting. That's a huge barrel for his fingers. Oh, I love these. Shorter things do stuff. Less wobbles. Yeah, I pretty much end up doing all those. But I'm shit at building roller coasters, so... Guess that was a waste of my fucking time. Warhammer 4. Oh, look at that guy. That's the mask from Crash Bandicoot's dad. Anyway, MechWarrior 3 advert. There you go. They want you dead. What do you want? To not play MechWarrior 3. Do or die. In stores now. Sweet. Clans. That's a grayed out fucking advert. And there's some letters. Long fucking letter. Coconut Monkey, who is like PC Gamer America's mascot or something. Who the fuck knows? Ah, here we get into the good shit. That's an advert and a half. Someone's got a virtual campus. Someone's using Comic Sans! Request-O-Matic. Oh, this is just advertisers. Oh, good. Gaming's... Oh, next week, which I never got. Gaming's top 25 talents. Probably just titties. What's back here? Oh, it's computers. We're going to have a look at those in a second. Here's computer games. Computer games on a new Dell Dimension system. Look how much better the computer games could be. Actually, see, we'll just check the most expensive one, which is the $3,499 Dell Inspiron 7000. Ooh, it comes with a 15-inch display, 125 megabytes of RAM, 14 gigabytes to the power of 4. Oh, it's probably stuck on here. 14 gigabytes hard disk, 4 times DVD. Oh, this is a load of shit, this one. Internal 56K compatible fax modem. The graphics card is an AGP 8 megabyte. Oh, it's an ATI Rage. 8 megabytes. Microsoft Work Suite with Money 99 Basic. A Dulux nylon case. And if you want to add the Inspiron 7000 port replicator, you got to add $149 to it. Or a second lithium-ion battery. Oh, is this a laptop? It's a laptop. That makes sense. I was like, this is really shit. Wonder why it's only got a 15-inch monitor. No, it's a laptop. There we go. Glad I read that bit now. Fucking hell. Jesus, could you imagine spending that much money just having that? $2,799 will only get you nothing. What? 19-inch monitor, only 18 inches viewable. You scammy fucks. Dell M changed. Here's Creative Sound Blaster. So, that was a look through. Thought it'd be weird things. Fucking 40 minutes that's taken. Of the top 10 games of 2000 PC Gamers August 1999 magazine. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna go rest. I thought that would take a lot less time. I'm gonna go rest my voice. If you want to see more of these, I can totally do that. I've got some Ultimate PCs, and I think I've got another PC game. I've got like a Star Trek special around the same time. Yeah. And remember, you've never seen Motocross Madness 2, and it will blow you away if you go over the mountain bit, and then it will literally blow you away. Thanks for your Patreon-flavored support, and I will see you another time. Bye.